Hello everyone again, welcome to another lactation talk on Mondays. If you give me a minute, I'm gonna figure out how to share this real quick. Okay, we are once again doing this on my phone, so that's always fun as far as how do we share it. Okay. Alrighty, so if this is one of your first times viewing one of these videos, hello, my name is Paige Sochovka. I'm an international board certified lactation consultant working with Jans. And we do these breastfeeding education videos every Monday. Sometimes we talk about products, sometimes we just talk about breastfeeding tips or anything in between and all the extras. So thank you for joining me. The goal always is to help broaden some access to care for breastfeeding education, which is why we've done these videos online. So regardless if you have a lactation consultant available to you locally or not, you can all get some of this good breastfeeding education. So thank you for joining me again. Today, one of the things I wanted to talk about is this. This is Lansinoh's Breastfeeding Starter Kit. These are one of my favorite kits to recommend moms to get in their pregnancy. It has a lot of different items, which is a good first start. So it comes with 24 disposable breast pads. It comes with the breast therapy pads. I always call them just the gel packs for your breasts. The Latch assist and some lanolin. So that is what is included. Let's talk about when to use it, why do we like it, what it's good for. So starting off, you are going to get 24 breast pads. If you are new to the breastfeeding space, don't know what they're for, they are to essentially prevent you from leaking through your bra, shirt, clothes, and so when you're out and about, it's good to have a couple of these with you. It's very common for moms to leak breast milk pretty much at any point during the first couple months. As you go through your postpartum journey and your baby gets a little older, you're gonna leak less and less, and that's okay. It's okay to leak, it's okay not to leak. It's very different and dependent on moms. Just a little fun tip here: if you are using breast pads and you're leaking, try not to stay in a pad that has been soaked for a long time. If you're wearing these and they're completely soaked with breast milk and you leave them in your bra for long periods of time, that's where infection can grow. So it's a dark, damp space on your nipples, and if you have any open wounds on your nipples, that can be an issue. Also, if you have open wounds on your nipples, like you notice you have scabs or cracks, bleeding, you definitely want to put some sort of cream on top so that when you take this out, it doesn't adhere to the scab on your nipples. I've seen some moms where, they had an open bleeding cut and they wore a pad for a few hours and they went to take it off and that scab had dried and adhered to this. So just a little prevention caution: use some sort of cream lubrication on your nipples as a barrier between your nipple and the pad if you have open cuts. We want to keep you guys safe, and I know that scab pulling off is not a good time. So it's a little bit on these. We got your lanolin cream. So this is just a trial. It's a mini size. It's not large. If you're using this regularly, I would imagine this would last you maybe a week, a little bit more. Again, if you do find yourself with damaged nipples, I would recommend to use moist wound healing methods. So pick any cream that you want and just constantly, if you're not breastfeeding baby, always have that lathered on your nipples. When nipples are regularly moistened, it will help speed up the healing process. And if you are just looking for cream to help heal your nipples, this is lanolin. It's very common. I will say this is nothing short of nipple lotion, so it's going to keep your nipples nice and soft, but there's nothing to it that is going to aid in healing other than the fact that it will keep your nipples moist. But it's not a bad buy. A lot of moms like it. a lot of moms use. It's probably one of the most common nipple creams that I see moms using. This and the Mandela are the pretty common ones. So we have these guys. I really like this because it, you know, it's a shape of your boob. It is designed for your boob. There's some definite fantastic uses with this. So it's a gel pack. It has these fun little pearl beads. I think they're pretty cool. I like them. If nothing else, they're great sensory to just play with the beads in them. They also come with these little covers, which is also great. So we all know that when you're using an ice pack or even a hot compress, sometimes the direct heat or cold directly on your skin can be uncomfortable. So having this little cover can be very helpful. So some of the uses that this would be good for: engorgement. Engorgement is probably the biggest reason why I would recommend moms to use this. So when you are dealing with engorgement, which is very, very common once your milk comes in and it stays for a couple days, that's your engorgement period. Basically, probably from about day 4 or 5 to day about 7, you're going to be engorged constantly. It is biologically normal, but some of the things that you can do to help at least make yourself comfortable during that phase is these guys. These guys are fantastic because they can be hot or cold, and when you're dealing with engorgement, you want both. So if you were to warm this up, I believe you can put this in the microwave. Yep, you can use it hot and cold. So I believe you can put it in the microwave to heat it up. Basically, when you're engorged, you want to put this inside the cover in your bra for a few minutes while it's warm. You know, you don't want it to burn you, but you want it warm and comfortable. Heat will open your milk ducts to allow milk to flow more freely. So you should be able to drain your breast a little bit more easily with these when they're warm. And then after you're done breastfeeding, I would go ahead and try to make them cold. And as soon as you're done breastfeeding and or pumping, expressing your milk, while they are cold, put them on your breast for a few minutes. So heat helps milk to flow, and it opens up the ducts, makes it a little bit easier on you and baby. And then the cold will help reduce the swelling, help the engorgement go down. So that's kind of the way we battle engorgement, is both heat and ice, heat and cold. The heat is to help the milk drain, so the milk has been removed, you are entirely drained, easier. And then the cold to help reduce the swelling, the inflammation, to help the engorgement go away and stay away a little faster. Another good time where you are using this, let's say you start pumping regularly and maybe you go back to work. This is fantastic to have with you at work or when you're separated from baby. If you have access to a microwave, you throw these in, get them warm, put them on your breast right before you pump. Pretty easy to clean, easy to bring with you. Also, another idea, let's say if you know what vasospasm pain is, this would be fantastic. So basically, vasospasm pain can come from a couple different reasons, but essentially let's go with this scenario. Baby is using excessive pressure in their lips and or jaw when they are breastfeeding, so they are essentially cutting off the blood flow because of all that extra pressure that they're using while breastfeeding. This can cause deep, sharp pain in your breasts while you're feeding and while you're not breastfeeding. So if you notice or think you may have vasospasm pain, one of the home remedies that you can do for that pain is this. So when we have an issue where blood flow is kind of getting constricted for XZ reasons, this would be ideal to help you through that, because if you warm it up and then put it in your breast right after, in your bra on your breast right after you are done breastfeeding and or pumping, the heat to it should help return blood flow much more quicker and should reduce the extreme intense amounts of pain that you could feel with it. So those are a couple reasons why I really like it. Biggest reason is that engorgement period. Every mom, whether you intend to breastfeed or not, everybody's gonna get in that engorgement period, because biologically your milk is going to come in, and this can help kind of combat that period, which is why it's good as a starter kit. It kind of helps you get things off to the right start. And now let's talk about the Latch Assist. I believe in another video we talked about this. This one is also a fantastic tool for the early stages. So remember when we're talking about how your milk comes in and then you find yourself being engorged? One thing that can help in this situation is actually this. So when your breasts are engorged, your milk just came in biologically, you're going to be engorged for the next couple days. When you're engorged, your breasts swell and your nipples actually stretch to support the fullness of the new shape, extra milk in your breast. So this can actually be particularly helpful when you are engorged in those beginning stages, because when that nipple stretches, it usually flattens. So when we have a nipple that usually has some protractileness to it, so it extends, it's a little pokey, right? But when it's engorged, it becomes flatter. And when your nipple becomes flatter, it can be difficult to actually latch your baby because the nipple's not poking out enough to comfortably grasp on. So with this tool, you would squeeze in the bulb and then attach it to your nipple, let go, and it should draw your nipple inside of it. And if you don't have to keep it on long, just a few seconds, just for a little bit of time, and then take it off and immediately latch your baby. The suction in this quick little small tool, you don't got to set up your whole entire big pump to just draw your nipple out. This can be a quick, easy, effective way to combat the flatter nipple from engorgement, and that can help latch baby. We definitely use this regularly when I see moms in that engorgement period. So that's something a lot of moms deal with. This can be a good tool to kind of help you navigate through it. Another reason why you may like this is if you are a mom that has flat, inverted, or even short nipples where baby is having a hard time latching onto the breast for the exact same reason, that the nipple just does not poke out enough for baby to comfortably, effectively latch on. So they're kind of struggling just with latching on. So the same idea, you would, squeeze the bulb, insert your nipple, let go, let it hang out for just a little bit of time, release it, and then immediately latch baby. That should help your nipple protract out enough to get a comfortable latch. So a couple different reasons why you might want these 4 items. They're a good choice, especially like if you have a friend, maybe you're looking for a baby shower gift. I really like this for baby shower gifts because it just has a couple different things that are very versatile in that early postpartum first week of life. So that's a little bit of what this product is and why we like it, when is a good time to use each product, and a couple ideas for, further down the line. Also, I forgot to mention, if you're someone with mastitis, these also can be your best friend. Same idea with engorgement, cold and heat, alternating back and forth. So that is pretty much an overview about what this little breastfeeding starter kit is and why I like it. So I hope that this was helpful for you. If you found any valuable education from this, please go ahead and share or comment on this video so that we can help provide this information to other moms. So thank you for joining me today in this video. I'm sure we will talk soon. Bye.